normally you would shear right before they lamb, just so that the lambs have an easier time finding their way down, finding the teeth so they can nurse. But these ones we just do something called crotching them, which is shearing around their back ends so that then they're not cold when they're lambing.
She can get a haircut. Do you see her long tail?
Machine's a little bit loud, but feel free to yell questions at me as I'm going. I'll try to kind of narrate what I'm doing.
With the sheep, that's Lavender, the one that has the attitude. Can you pick those ones over there? I think you can pick those ones.
Sometimes I feel like I'm dancing with the sheep. Other
Looks like the
I feel
photo
like
op.
wrestling. We'll see
The Insta spot.
And when we shear them, we flip them on their butts because they're much more calm.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And it's easier to get it like every side of them to get them as clean as possible.
Oh, she's snug in.
There we go. We start with the belly because often that's the dirtiest part, and then you can just toss that aside so it doesn't end up in the bag with the rest of the wool that will be spun up in the yarn.
I'm gonna send this to Heidi. She's gonna be so jealous.
And what I'm doing in my left hand is trying to pull their skin as tight as possible because where there's wrinkles, their skin can get caught between these teeth, and that's when you can cut them. Which is a natural part of the shearing process. Sheep heal really quickly. Might look bad, but they're just fine. Animals with fur or wool actually, they heal twice as fast as people because with the more hair follicles, there's more stem cells to replace the wounded
Okay.
skin. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great.
That was good. Oh, we have to stay here for now. Gonna watch Alex do the sheep. Sheep getting a haircut.
Then we can do your Instagram picture over there.
I'll do your Instagram picture.
Looks like Lavender did not have a lamb this spring. All the other ones we've been shearing have had a full udder, and the lambs have been nursing since March or so.
Look at the sheep's hair. Do you see all this hair? She's got a big haircut.
Yeah, this spring when I
Just
sheared
send
them
it to my mother.
before lambing, I pretty much just did this and around their butts to clean them up.
They actually not clean.
Yeah, they're greasy.
So now, once all that's out of the way, the rest of this wool is pretty good and can be cleaned out for yarn. So I'll try to get it all taken off in one big piece. And I try to keep the blade as close to the skin as possible so that I get the wool off in one solid piece. Because when you have these smaller second cuts, that's too small to be spun up in the yarn. So
Look at her positioning.
sometimes you gotta just let them have a little bit of a temper tantrum.
I understand.
Figure it out. And then just get them back to where they are. Keep going. And shears try to follow a specific pattern.
You want water?
That's the fastest, and make sure that you get all the wool off. Not now, huh? Yeah, starting with the belly, making your way around the leg.
Such a mess. One more. Okay.
Look at his face. His nose and his eyes. Isn't he silly? And his ears.
It's crazy how calm he is.
Probably feels good. Oh, I bet it feels good. Getting all that wool off of him.
Does anybody have any questions as I'm going?
Any questions? So you don't have any questions?
I don't want to slow the tour down.
Stop it.
How long have you been shearing?
I started in 2021. Actually, the guy who started teaching me how to shear is out there in the audience somewhere. Where did Jay go?
Raise your hand, Jay.
Oh, there you go. Did you ask me the question?
Yeah.
Wow, you just want some credit, didn't you?
No. Give yourself credit. It's not something that you can learn easily from watching a YouTube video, right?
No. No matter how many you watch.
So rare. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, it's a funny thing because pretty much the only way to get better at it
My phone's on
is to do it
fire.
professionally and have people pay you to do it. Unless you have an unlimited block that you keep practicing on of your own. But yeah, Jay helped me shear my first sheep in 2021, and then I went to a shearing school out in Utah where they could just kind of keep throwing sheep at you, so you could just keep trying it without it being someone's pet in the backyard. And that's really how I got the start, and then I've just been shearing mostly backyard flocks since then in this area, but people like Jay will travel the whole East Coast shearing sheep and alpaca.
But to Alex's credit, the very first sheep that he ever did, he laid blades on the body and he just took to it naturally. A lot of people are hesitant in when they lay the blades down, they're afraid. And not that he wasn't nervous or afraid, but he was careful and he did a great job. And
thank you, Dad. I'll give you a tip later. So now,
It kind of looks like he knows what he's doing.
we're coming into the long blows here, so I'll clean up the other side of the face.
Oh, he's doing the top of his head. Look at that. He didn't know he was going to be a sheep barber when he was growing up.
So random. So random to see him here.
Right? That is silly.
I'm so glad we did.
Get to see him in action.
Look at the sheep.
He's the youngest of all the grandkids.
Bah.
She was great.
Baba.
A lot of people have been asking if you have to worry about them getting sunburnt after shearing them. Especially yesterday. I think it was a little sunnier yesterday, but I have not seen it as an issue. I think the lanolin works well as kind of a natural sunscreen. And their wool grows back so quickly that once they have a couple millimeters on there, they're good to go. Animals like alpaca don't have any lanolin, I don't think, or at least less. And you do have to worry about a little more. So you leave a little bit more wool on them when you cut them.
How old is the sheep? How old is the sheep?
She's a couple of years old. I think she's maybe 3. I'm not sure if she's been bred. Yeah, these sheep belong to the farm here that you're standing on. And they got these ones in particular because they're supposed to be really good for grazing around trees, Christmas trees, without actually eating the trees themselves. I know. Actually, now that I'm looking at her, I think she's younger because she was a lamb that was born here. And Yep. So she doesn't have a dock tail, and like see this big bop here? Many farmers will dock the tail because it helps keep them a little bit cleaner, but it's also just another bit of management that you have to do, and a little bit harder on the animal in their first days of life. So a lot of people just don't like to do it. If you feel like you can keep your sheep clean, then you don't have to. But all the ones that ewes that they bought, they started their flock with, came with their tails docked.
They came used.
What's a ewe?
They came used or used? I thought you meant used.
Ewe. Gotcha. Also used. This is the best wrestling move. Coming up.
Oh my goodness.
You want some more water? You get the water.
Yes, yes.
How much does all the wool weigh?
Alex, you got a question. How much does her wool weigh?
Like, is it
I think
heavy?
with one of these bigger sheep, probably close to 8 pounds or so. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably.
5 to 8 pounds, depending on the size and the length of the wool.
Different breeds of sheep, not only in their size, but in the density of the wool, will determine what a fleece weighs. Some of the smaller breeds of sheep, an Icelandic, a Shetland, you may only get a 3-4 pound fleece off them. Some of the wool breeds, a Romney, a Merino, a Rambouillet, you could end up with over 20 pounds of wool in one clip that way.
Yeah. And those
That's
those
a lot.
finer wool breeds, they're bred to have wrinkles, so there's more surface area for wool to be growing on. So they're harder to shear. More likely to cut them.
Oh, interesting.
All right, girl.
Did you knit it off?
Just gonna pull her away
Look.
Look at him.
from
Look
the
at
wool because or else she's getting the mani-pedi part of the service too. Clean up her hooves, but you don't want to get any of the
There's
nail
this sheep.
trimmings in the wool because
Come here, honey.
that can break the milling machines and they'll charge you a whole bunch of money.
I made them.
Those ones look pretty good.
Let's do the rest of this side.
Let's fix your dress.
I made them.
Where you going?
It's very similar to people where you kind of just get off the excess and leaving the pad here. Cutting the hook walls.
They had a baby calf
Thank you.
born on the coldest day this past winter
Alex, how much growth is that on
At your house?
fleece? Is that a
at
full
his
year?
place.
That's a little over a year.
Or a little over a year.
I sheared her I think March of 20. Run around all day.
Now she's ready for a nap.
Sometimes they'll fight you the whole time and then just not get up once the time is up.
Feel good now.